Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is me, Rima.
Hello, I'm Caitlin.
And today, guys, Caitlin and me are continuing to watch our first reactions. But me and Caitlin are watching something so fun and so cute. And a couple of you from our AR family had recommended this as well. So, this is Hanuman, the 2005 animated film. You probably have already seen by now. So, by the time you see this video, you've probably seen part one. If not, I think there'll probably be a link somewhere, but you can find us having reacted to part one. So we are now continuing with this beautiful film with part two. I think we're at 49:49 if you're following us along. Thankfully, the film has English subtitles. So far, Caitlin, what were your thoughts? I mean, are you excited for part two,
Mhm.
Hanuman?
Yes, we're learning so much about India's history, and I'm excited to see where we're going to end with this.
Yeah, we are very excited, and it is, of course, following the trajectory of the Ramayana, the sort of a tale that I know is close to so many of your hearts. So, or like Emily said, the history I know that's close to so many of your hearts. So, with that in mind, let's do one, two, three, play.
Okay.
Goodbye, my lady. I
Mm.
shall return soon with my master.
Yeah, I love this animation. It reminds
Yay!
me so much of what I grew up on.
Lord, I found Lady Sita imprisoned in Lanka.
Brother, we must leave immediately without any further delay. Yes, Lakshman.
Forgive me, brother, but Lanka would not have burned had you accepted Hanuman's
Yeah,
proposal.
if you not let your ego get in the way.
Do not laugh. It's still not too late.
You dare oppose me? You are not my brother.
Oh,
You are the enemy, a traitor. Get out of my sight. Leave the earth now,
Oh.
before I kill you myself.
oh my gosh.
This guy has issues.
My lord, I'm truly sorry for my brother's actions.
Oh wow, he
I
came.
tried to reason with him, but he threw me out.
O Prince of Lanka, your rightful place is here.
That's amazing how one brother can be this way and the other can be so good.
Yeah,
Corruption.
that's one of the most pleasing things. Like I find in animation when they do water stuff and then
Yeah.
the big old ocean. I love that.
Wait, Lord.
I'm here.
He's finally out.
My Lord, I have to obey the laws of nature. If I don't, all creatures living with a name shall perish. Tell me, how can I allow that?
But my army needs to get across the ocean.
You have two fine engineers in your army, Nal and Neil. Under their supervision, your army can build a bridge across the ocean.
Oh,
They must
wow.
carve your holy name on the rocks, and then these rocks will float on the water.
Wow.
Very well then.
Apparently, it's just the video. Oh,
That's cute.
look at this little one. That is such like, whatever small contribution you can make. And they have
That's
like,
right.
I guess I can see this. I guess it's in Hindi and they've got Ram's Naam written on each of the rocks.
Your Excellency, the monkey battalion has invaded Lanka.
A battalion of baboons.
This guy.
Your Majesty, if a lone monkey could cause so much damage, think what a whole army could do.
Mm-hmm.
Maliva, you
Pink.
too?
Pink.
Ravan came out on the ramparts of his castle to observe the invading army. On seeing him, Lord Sugriv decided to give him a piece of his mind. Or rather, his fist.
Oh.
You wish to kill me? Come and get me.
Oh. He had some powers. He's like Mr. India.
There you go.
Sugriv, how can a great king like you be so impulsive and rash?
Oh.
If something happened to you, think of the fate of your people. Think. If one could defeat Ravan single-handedly, what was the need to gather such a huge army?
Think. Everybody needs to think in this. Yeah. Gotta think.
One
Use
cannot
your
achieve
noodle.
victory by instinct and impulse alone. Victory must be planned.
Like the
Let
life
us plan
lesson.
our strategy
Yeah.
for this war together.
Speak. Don't waste my time.
I shall, as soon as I sit down.
Oh.
What? Wow.
This is good enough for me.
Hurry up. Say what you have to.
Lord Ram is set to declare war upon you. This is your last chance. Give up your false pride and seek Lord Ram's forgiveness.
No, that will never happen.
Your kingdom stands on the brink of destruction, Ravan. If you wish to save yourself, be sensible and return Lady Sita to Lord Ram.
Yeah, come on, man.
Apologize
Come
for your
on.
actions.
I can't believe he has.
Soldiers, throw this mad monkey out.
Ravan, is there a man strong enough in your court to even move my foot?
Can't even move a foot.
I will do it myself.
How ironic. You can fall at my feet, but you're too proud to apologize to Lord Ram? You have had your chance. Now prepare for war.
He never has anything to say. He just goes, ugh.
I know. It's like, "Grr."
There's going to be war, Sita.
You can't even feel bad for him. He had ample opportunity to turn back.
And so began the greatest war between good and evil that the world has ever known.
Oh. His demons are like just.
Oh. Uh-oh.
He's like that they spend one time for one little
and
demon.
Lakshman came face to face. The combat raged on for hours as the two equally matched titans clashed against each other. Suddenly, I noticed Lakshman being struck down by Meghnad's arrow.
Oh no.
Meghnad's weapon has found its mark, my lord.
Oh, Lakshman.
Go to Lanka and get Sushan, the doctor.
To
He's
bring a
sleeping.
doctor from the enemy camp was no easy task. But I had my own ways.
Wait, is he just moving the entire hut? He probably is.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, you're just gonna sleep here now.
I'll get you one way or another.
Him?
There is only one way that we can save his life.
Tell us, Sushain.
A magical life-saving herb called Sanjeevani.
Man still hasn't returned.
Oh, he got the whole mountain! Woo! I love it. I love Lord Hanuman.
I didn't know which one was Sanjeevani, so I brought the whole mountain.
How
brought the
can
whole
you?
mountain.
Yeah.
Brother,
You did it.
wake him up. I need him.
Oh my god, his brother is huge.
Kumbhakaran was one of the fiercest demons of Lanka. Legend has it that he slept 6 months of the year and feasted the other 6 months.
And they can't wake him. It's like the, the Gulliver Travels. Like the.
Yes. Yes.
Why has my sleep been disturbed? Kumbhakaran, my brother. Lanka is at war. Ram has attacked us. Most of our generals have been killed. I need you to go and fight them. Why? Because I kidnapped Ram's wife.
Oh, what a fool you are!
Yeah, I know.
Why did you do this?
Why did you
now
do-
the entire demon race will have to pay for your stupidity!
Kumbhakaran, will you fight or not?
You made such a foolish move and now you have come to me?
Kumbhakaran, are you a coward? If so, go back to bed. You keep sleeping while your brother's life is at stake. Or better still, go sleep in Ram's tent.
Well, if that's how you choose to put it, then I will fight this battle.
I feel bad for this guy too. He's just sleeping and he's like, you did all this nonsense.
I know.
Everybody's like, this guy's stubbornness and stupidity.
How are you, Vibhishan?
I'm all right, but I guess it's our destiny to fight on opposing sides. I tried to talk sense into Ravan, but he just won't listen.
Feel sad for everybody.
Vibhishan, you are fortunate to fight on Ram's side, but I cannot desert Ravan in his hour of need. Go now, brother, and fulfill your destiny.
That's kind of tragic.
Strode
Yeah.
onto the battlefield like a colossus, wreaking havoc on our forces. He devoured hundreds of us. It looked like he would win the war single-handedly.
Oh no.
Lord Ram intervened.
He had to die for his brother. This guy, Ravan, I
What
feel so
news from the
angry at him.
battlefield?
The news is
Has caused so much trouble for so many people. Just one man.
No, no, no.
Thanks to
no,
you.
Not my brother, Kumbhakaran.
Meghnad soared onto the battlefield in a flying chariot and slew us by the thousands.
Swaha idam agne idam namama. Om
I love the monkeys have come.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ahiravan, king of hell. I am in need of your help.
King of hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's taken them. Oh no.
I'm sure he's taken them to his underground city of Patalpuri.
Yeah.
My son.
Oh wow.
father,
He has a
Hanuman.
he has a son?
I'm sorry,
Immediately.
father. I am the guardian of Patalpuri. I cannot betray my king. To find them, you will have to get past me first.
That's terrible.
Prince Ram, prepare to meet your maker.
And you, your destroyer.
Oh.
With the last of his commanders dead, Ravan was forced to lead the army himself. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva, who had blessed him with occultic powers. We were battle-weary, but Ravan seemed to have inexhaustible reserves of strength.
Lord Indra has sent his divine chariot to help you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. He has 10 heads.
What?
Oh.
There it is.
Finally.
There it is.
Mission was crowned king amidst much fanfare,
Yay.
proving that she was indeed pure and fit to take her rightful place as the Queen of Ayodhya.
Oh.
Wow.
The people of Ayodhya celebrated for days on end.
Yay.
This marked the first festival of
It's
lights.
called Diwali. It's a
Deepavali.
beautiful festival
Okay.
Lord
in
Ram
India.
was crowned king of Ayodhya,
Yay.
and peace and prosperity reigned once more.
What about your own body? Does that have an image of Lord Ram?
Oh. My God. Yeah, that's you see this image of Hanuman with Lord Ram.
You will be forever by my side and immortal.
They say Hanuman is still alive today.
The forces
Because
of
of-
evil
yeah.
were destroyed. But be warned, if ever they return, I shall too.
Yay, Hanuman. All right. Okay, so that was the movie Hanuman the animated film. So beautiful. And Caitlin, your thoughts on this beautiful Indian history?
Yeah, it's, I've gotten to learn so much just by watching this. And the animation really made it very accessible to all
Mhm.
audiences. I like that.
Absolutely right. Because there's so much in it, right? That we
Yeah.
saw in the animation, like going to hell and back, and demons and people who are shape shifting. And I mean, I can't even think like any of the films that we've seen, whether it's Harry Potter and all. Like, if this could be done, right? With like,
Hmm.
I mean, in animation form, obviously it looked beautiful, but if it could be done with
Yeah.
like the technology we have today, can you imagine the experience of watching? Yeah.
Yeah. All I could think about was Endgame, Avengers Endgame. That the big epic
Yeah.
fight scene is what it seemed to be like.
Oh
But
my
just
God.
people after people fighting for what they believe in.
Yeah, what they believe in. And honestly, like I look at this tale and yes, so let's hope we're putting it out as a manifestation. Maybe we will get to see it this way. That would be amazing if Hollywood can collaborate with Indian films and create something like this. So fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully you guys would agree. Let us know. But the other thing, the simplicity of this tale, the good versus evil that they talked about, there's
Mm,
so much to take away as a moral message. The fact
yeah.
that Ravan had umpteen chances, umpteen opportunities to change his mind, to not go through this, and he single-handedly caused the destruction, the loss of life of his
Yeah.
brother, the one that we saw who was like, "What have you done in my absence, and why are you doing this?" The loss of life of his sons, the loss of life of his generals, and just destroying this whole like Lanka, which based on the research is modern day Sri Lanka. So to destroy an entire kingdom and people, because war if we see even now wars today, they always end in death and destruction. Nobody gains from a war. Nobody
No.
benefits from a war. It's just horrific and unfortunate and tragic at the highest level. So the fact that it took him all of this, and only in the very end when he's dying, he's like, I should have
Yeah.
recognized, I should have apologized. And you're like, man, you had so many chances to
So
change the
many
course of
chances.
this history and of what happened to your people. Yeah, and just did not. The pride. And that's something that I
Yeah.
think is a beautiful lesson to learn, is that you're never too big to humble yourself. You're
Right.
never too big to apologize if you make a mistake. You're never you don't become big or small by that. Like, just, improve on yourself. There's always room for that.
Mhm.
So
In
it's so
any
sad.
cases, if when you apologize to someone, that does make you bigger. You own it up to what you
Right.
did. So
It makes you bigger. It makes you larger. It makes you the better person, right? It's like, be the bigger person.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is the biggerness. And here he kept saying, like, "Are you a coward?" I'm like, I think it's cowardly to keep resisting facing the
Yeah.
truth. And the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is that this man, or this demon, or whatever you want to call him, he abducted somebody else's wife. Even if you look
Yes.
at it today, if somebody abducts someone's wife or kidnaps them or kidnaps their child, I mean, what are you expecting people to do? How can you justify that on any level? On any
Yeah.
level. So it sort of just kind of made me like, even though this is so crazy to look at, right? This is so magnificent to look at, and the scales are so high, heaven and hell and everything in between. I think
Yeah.
the simplicity of the human lesson here is something that still resonates, which is powerful. And of course, Lord Hanuman, I think this second part was just him. I have to say that, what was your takeaway on Lord Hanuman? What did you find? I guess, what are some qualities or things about him? Because the story was about him. So I
Yeah.
just want to focus on Lord Hanuman. I mean, like I told you, he's an immortal, as the story said. And even to this day, and I think I mentioned this to you, Caitlin, me and Jaylee did a reaction on the Hanuman Chalisa that people chant to this
Mhm.
in distress or anything. But tell us some thoughts on Lord Hanuman, or that you may have had.
Um, the humbleness that he had was something that really resonated with me because he had so much power
Mm-hmm.
and he could do anything. And he just, and like at the end, he said, "I just want a place at your feet." Like, if
Oh,
that's,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That was so touching. That was so touching. I think that's the thing with Hanuman is, when you watch the whole, like, the film that we just saw, and you learn that he is a divine and immortal from the beginning.
yeah,
He's been blessed with all these powers, and yet he chose to be a minister. He's a
mhm,
minister. He's not the king. The king was
yeah,
the other, what was his name? Sugriva was the king, of the Vanar, I want to get this right for people, Vanar Sena. He was not the king, right? But he could have been the king. He is like more
yeah,
powerful than anybody else. He single-handedly saved Lakshman, bringing an entire mountain. He went to hell and back, bringing Ram and Lakshman. So he had all these powers, and yet he kept himself so humble. And
yeah,
that quality in him, the ability to kind of, yeah, that is incredible. I don't think you see so many inspirational characters that have that quality in them. I think this was very beautifully highlighted, that he didn't aspire for power. He didn't
yeah,
aspire for largesse, and he could. I think that was the you could say Ravan is sort of a foil. He was also a devotee. They were saying, right, like he's prayed a lot. He had accumulated all these magical powers, but he took the path of, arrogance and ego. And you have Hanuman, the complete opposite, right? Just taking
Yeah.
the path of devotion and humility. And that is so powerful. I think when you humble yourself, people see that. I think even today, right? Like when we meet human beings, if we were just talking about this on a separate subject, Caitlin and me were talking about all of you as our AR family members, how grateful we are that you're part of this family, you're supporting, encouraging us. And we try to see each one of you, read your
Mhm.
comments. And then sometimes we were saying that in some channels that even we are part of, people tend to take things for granted, right? Once they become
Yeah.
bigger or successful, you take your subscribers for granted. You take your uh, team, the people in your team for granted. And that's that lack of humility. And I think that's something from Hanuman is you're never, you know, I think that's the approach to take. To stay humble,
Yeah.
be humble, and
Yeah.
people will recognize your greatness. You don't have
Yes.
to tout your own
Yeah.
horn.
Yeah.
They will see
Exactly.
it. They will see it. So, wow.
Exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. I do think one of the things I think that surprised us both, Caitlin, and feel free to tell me what you think on that. But I think we were both surprised at how they were not afraid of showing some
Yeah. I have to be honest, I did not see beheadings coming.
the beheading.
That was truly something to behold, but I mean,
Right
you
off the
know,
bat, too, right? If you remember the first part we watched, the fact that people were dying and they were showing death,
yeah. Yeah,
like
that's not something that
we
happens a
normally
lot
see.
in American cinema, especially
Mhm.
not in animation, unless it's, adult
Yeah.
animation.
Right, right. Not for children's thing, but I feel that why not? I feel somewhere that I think it was done very gracefully.
Yeah.
I think it was in the context of what was happening at that point in time. And so
Yeah.
I mean, and it's true. I mean, sometimes you think about bad things that happen. Like I mean, I watch a lot of investigation discovery and stuff like that. And sometimes I think like with children, right? Like children tend to sometimes be overprotected, and then you don't
Yeah.
recognize that bad things happen in this world. I mean, of course, there's an age appropriateness. So I don't know, maybe people might want to kind of give some context to these things when a
Right.
child is mature enough to understand it. But you should know that there are bad people. You should know that there is death is something that everybody unfortunately has to go through. It's part of the human journey. And yeah, killings,
Yeah.
maybe at some point beheadings too. I don't know.
I
At some
mean,
point
they
you'll
did
have to
it.
know. Yeah.
I mean, they did it in a gentle enough way for
Yeah.
everybody to be able to see it and recognize it, I
Yeah.
feel.
And also, like you think of today's day and age, kids are watching video games that are far more violent. You're watching
Yeah.
videos and movies that I think they like. If you see something like Marvel, you're seeing death and destruction there. You
Yeah.
see, so I mean, I don't see why you shouldn't be. And if it's done with this animation, which was very beautifully done, it I don't see any issue there. So yeah, no, it was a experience. I think me and Caitlin learned a lot. So hope you enjoy it and let us know in your comments what you thought of it. Did you enjoy our reaction? And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.